37 from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tune in and stay informed like never before.
The Today Show, only on Slick Television.
Your week been like? I mean, how you spend your week from Sunday when it started there till today? Another rain get you on games where they play all together outside. They stop you for doing one or two things we get for do, but are you go do 9-10. Hello and welcome to today's show here on Slick Television, channel 37. You can also join us on Facebook at Slick TV, website at slicktv.com, and follow us on all our social media handles them. I am Rabia Tumanzare. I started off by asking how your week been like for you, because it has been a whole long week with trending news stories we make on wave, starting from the president, as I talked yesterday at the 6th opening of parliament there, and also the alleged drug, when engaged with one of Sierra Leone known musicians, Alonzo. All of this they installed today as they get journalists where they can help we talk about coming from a journalistic point of view altogether. What does this mean for Sierra Leone and all Sierra Leonean, because they actually they watch we at the world. See you after the break.
And gentlemen, welcome to the show. Are you ready?
Village boy, call me the upliner. What are they when I get village?
Me not that same boy picking.
Yeah, I'm tipsy and going hard. Forgive me, Lord, for doing this. I make me dreams before I sleep. Then dog here, then go give me peace. I quiz peace and spray. They all know I can shape it. I set the pace and keep me still. They want over me. I give them tips.
Are you cow juju? I left give you God. Who saw with a silence? Nigga, you na odd. And see you cows head cause me na God.
They pass and ask like na jeans card. This rapper one for come, I get for come and flush it quick. Niggas get for no say where I come. Get for trust it quick.
I'll be there yet for cosmetics. Kindness looks strange to you. Sammy Kingdom full of chimps. Boxing at his chest.
Do not drink for this game. They ask like you, Jack. Look why he face black. Look why he was the all whack. If I only part.
Oh Lord, I'm not seeing really calling up for diet. I'm rampage team at the big Unabia.
They no bluff nobody out. Them na bush. Then go in circles. Say they 8 son like a bariga on the bout. If they lift back, I'm team self not itself for trap you all. About them always show me love. When they see me, they got their shouts.
You don't tire for yeri boku talk with no substance, or sweet talk with plenty lie inside. Then now, na the term for strip the headlines bare and tell the story just like it is. Brutally Frank goes where others won't, exposing the real stories behind the headlines.
We tackle issues of maximum importance to the growth of Sierra Leone, from politics to the economy, agriculture, education, health, and tourism.
By serving as your voice in asking the why, where, how, and when questions to the people them we responsible. This na Brutally Frank.
This is Brutally Frank. Showing every Sunday at 7 p.m. on Slick TV, channel 37,
and streaming live on our Facebook page and official website.
here to analyze the top stories of the week, and for help me do that, I get with me right now Mohamed Kamara, editor of the Watch Humanity newspaper, and Suleiman Jallo, a parliamentary journalist. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the Today Show.
So glad to be here as usual.
Good afternoon.
It's a pleasure being here.
Sina, your first time for Kaya.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I mean, you're a parliamentary journalist, and we all heard what happened yesterday inside the Well of Parliament. Also, the president talked about PR system, wherein the first one, according to is enough for just the honorables them. But this time around, they want to take it a little much further. But not just Syrian for myself, and my guest, especially Jallo, Suleiman Jallo, with MBDD, then they can tell we all together. What does that mean?
It is time to renew national dialogue on adopting the proportional representation. This time round, thank you. Dialogue on adopting proportional representation, not just for parliamentary elections, but across the executive and public sector.
Let's go now into the world of Parliament. I mean, you were there yesterday and you heard the chanting all together. Now that be there no PR firstly, let's start from there.
Thank you very much. I think even if you watch the video, the picture alone, the video can tell you that we had no PR. Of course, it was the opposition All People's Congress, APC party, members of Parliament.
So, I mean, what's your take in totality? I mean, what's in the president saying that regard? Because we see they introduced them before, and this in second term, and that's don't pose for the Senate so many questions altogether about not succeeding. And now we're for extend them, and this started off where the Speaker of Parliament say let it be like a 70-30 altogether. For example, if me get 70 in all other ministries, departments, and agencies, the people that they work there or whatever thing forget 70 if you're the ruling party. Whereas whatsoever other position, percentage where you get, you forget a representation also. So as a journalist, I mean, what's your take generally in that?
Thank you very much for that kind of question. But I would like, before I answer your question, I would like fully fumble and know why the president been there yesterday in a parliament. Because many people got surprised why the president going to parliament every year. If you watch section 83, section 84, subsection 3 of the Nigerian Constitution talk about why the president for the parliament every year. First of all, parliament get its own calendar where they operate, way different from the normal calendar where they operate. Yesterday had been the new year for parliament session. Okay. Yesterday had been the opening of the third session of the 6th parliament of Sierra Leone. Section 83 talk about that. The 84 rather, subsection 3, if you can allow me, I can read Babati within the constituency. We say the president shall, at the beginning of each session of parliament, present to parliament an address on the state of the nation. Means say, not compulsory, no to opportunity for the president. Of course, not compulsory if we go talk to parliamentarians. The beginning of any, like, when they celebrate the new year, the president for by force for the day and talk to them.
For go reading result.
For go reading result. What they tell them what he done for the past 12 months, what are in challenges, and what he set for the coming 12 months again. If you go watch section 73, they tell us the president not part of parliament. People are surprised, although president no sit on a parliament every day. But in a part of parliament, if you watch section 73, they tell us there shall be a parliament of which the president is part of parliament. Presidents also get the right, if he willing, can go sit on a parliament and witness session.
Okay.
Not only state opening. Coming back to a question, yes, before the president go yesterday, was it on the 5th when the speaker been preside over session, when at the last session of the last sitting of the second session, speaker been talk say, the way in the count the constitutional review in a parliament, in the talk about PR, where in the suggest say 45%, for example, if me and Mr. Kamara contest for can witness this show na Slick TV. Now okay, now allow vote. If me get 25%, he get 15%. Now for Kaya, if na 20 minutes, me they take 15 minutes, he they take 5 minutes. That's not just a case study. Now the president says PR not only for limited na parliament and councils, it will be na the executive, of which if you look at in the broader picture, you go find. Why? Because Sierra Leoneans or political parties will be fortunate, even the smaller parties, themselves will take part now in governance. For example, if party A, B, C, and D contest, now they go fight for 50%. The biggest party get 40, the other party get 8, the other party get 1, the other party get 0.1. You go find out, even the party get 0.1, if only then share and judiciously, the party get 0.1, get 0.1% of governance.
So if I make what you talk, you are trying to say it's good for democracy.
I'm looking at it in the broader picture. But again, as a journalist, from a journalist point of view, me go want to ask the question, would I get for decide? Now, the party, if SAPP happens to win 2028, if only they adopt that kind of PR with the president, the project. If SAP happens to win or APC happens to win, the presidents and the vice president, of course, that in this decision now, SAPP or APC get 42% of general vote. Allow them their ministry there. Would I get for cross-check SAPP or APC that, of course, indeed, they share the 42% or the X% where the losing party get, where they deserve to get, into embassies, into ministries, agencies, and commissions. It's very critical because mind you, they go tell us, okay, now we don't give them minister of A, minister of B, minister of C, made in beer.
All right, so quick one. Mohamed, this suggested PR for can go now to the executive angle, and the same PR will they reintroduce again the second term. And this, however, pulls smaller political parties, I don't want to use the word smaller, the other political parties, they're inside the very well of parliament day, where today we can't even hear them. We need to hear them saying, and now they want for taken to another level. You think they go work in a salon?
Let me tell you plain. I'm a critic. Any way you do it. Whenever the APC and SLPP don't in disputes, the post-school independence era, they agree and disagree. The question of PR in parliament depends on the numerical strength of each of the political parties. Now the SLPP is the majority, right?
Yes.
Whatever the government of the day decides, be sure, don't waste your time. If they go to vote, it's in favor of the government of the day. So when the opposition get the constitutional right for saying no to it. But the success of the PR depends on the numerical strength of parliament because they will have to vote. Now contradiction. And the tripartite recommendations we got, the PR system equally mentioned that they will have to make public consultations as to whether it's yea or nay. 2. The question of minority political parties has also been mentioned in what we call the tripartite recommendations. For example, recommendation 34, tell we say, they will also consult as to whether when a given political party no win an election a seat either in the parliamentary, presidential or what municipality, for 2 occasions it will be wiped out of the voting map. Right? There are quite a lot of recommendations, more than 100 recommendations, amendments where the Attorney General get for say. But let me not go into this. Let me give freedom to the freedom. Don't worry yourself. I'll tell you this. From the US to the UK to Germany to anywhere you go, whenever a political party takes majority in the Congress and the House of Parliament and anywhere where they meet like parliaments or resemble parliament, make sure say anything they want to do, they're going to do it. And they will do it. Because at the end of the day, for peace and national cohesion, they say, let's go to vote. So if you vote, they have to count the votes. Is that what me and you would think about it? If we say no, they'll have to go to vote. If we say yes, they'll have to go into vote. So we shouldn't waste our time saying about it. They can say no in Parliament. Yes, that is the constitutional right of the opposition to say no, right? But at the end of the day, the Speaker will say, wait, let's go into votes. That is all I say.
You know, Suleiman, when you go into the street of Freetown, this is something to be one of the hottest topics so far. Or the set of people they think can say it gets a political undertone because the president talk and says inside the delegates conference there that SAPP will be the first political party we go rule for a third term. Another set of people right now they say it's a strategy for them for let them stay in a power. Other set of people in the CM say it's more or less showing weakness in sense they already they project it, they not foresee it and they lose the election. So that is why all of this is coming into place. Do you agree or disagree?
Well, before I agree or disagree, like Mr. Kamara say, as journalists, we need to think beyond the line, or we twist the coin and think about it. Myself get on that by day, because for various engagement, I don't get different stakeholders, even in parliamentarians. Yesterday, just after sitting, I engaged the opposition chief whip. I say, sir, how do you see the president's speech? He said, they will make Salu into one-party state. What do you mean by that? SAPP knows say if they go by PR, they are the advantage of winning. Now, they control the baton. They control everything. They get the judiciary, they get the saloon police, they get the law, they get the legislation, because already in parliament, they get numbers. Like if it comes to vote, except if now for remove a judge or for vote in favor of speaker, then get 2/3. Even after the 2/3 majority of parliament, then get first past the post. Yeah, if they're going to voting in parliament, of course, no doubt, SAPP go win up because this already don't be politicized. Coming back to the street, if you look at recommendation 78 of the tripartite committee, talk about consultation. During the town hall meeting, where they discussed this, the whole tripartite, that section, recommendation 78, I was there and I covered. If you watch most of the position papers, they reject the PR system, thinking that if they go into the PR system, there are other people they're not going to be represented. For example, the APC they argues right now, say, like the whole of from Texaco take as well, they not get honorable member of parliament. So then people in the final say they are underrepresented, their voice cannot be heard. But the SAPP will argue, say, looking at the for minimize expenditure into elections. For example, if this member of parliament don't die, for letting go make another election, instead the person we can second at the list can just represent them.
Like more or less like a monarch system, however.
Right. So Mr. Kamara talk about referendum for lady making for either PR or no PR, let me make any referendum. First of all, the Constitution of Israel, I start to be correct, I'm not a lawyer, but the Constitution no give any provision for a referendum. No, you talk about it. Because you see,
according to the tripartite recommendations, there will be a public consultation, not a referendum.
Then if that is the case again, from the recent town hall meeting at Bintumani, I just forgot the date, you will find out see most of the public opinion, then tell you say no PR. Yet, the government still insists PR is best for Sierra Leone. While the other APC they say no. But again, the position paper for the all political party registration where the Secretary General, this Mr. Suri, say something where in presents it, then favor the PR system, of which the APC reject. Now my question where I go like for ask, is the APC part of the all political parties registration or not? If they are part, what are the position where the upper present? Were they consulted or not?
Let me come to that.
Yes.
Don't bother yourself. These two political parties, they hold the country into ransom. Let me remind the viewers. When APC been there in power, SLPP, they always raised concern over 99 tactics for 4 tactics for rigged elections. You remember?
Yes.
Coming. Now, SLPP there in power, APC equally they raised concern that the PR system is all about rigged elections. Right? Don't waste the time, don't bother it, ignore it. I want to let you look at the similarities and the similarities of the two political parties. What do we get at constituency level? What did these constituencies achieve from the parliamentarians? One, think about it. Now, when we get a PR system, what do we achieve from the constituencies? Two. To me, all the constituency is still a burden on the government for Guam. Right? The parliamentary and whether PR system or whether constituency system, or try to say, me, I did for make law. Right? And a small country like this, only too much people that were going to parliament. The objection was that even 800 parliamentarians would have been enough. I tell you this, we would waste a lot of wage bill on getting in this, everybody want to go into politics. We for discriminate them, we for ignore them, we for build a system, we want to get a national policy, we will limit all this.
But you nothing to the give, one person will just monopolize the whole thing.
Which of the two minimize parliamentarian strength, numerical strength? The constituency level or the PR system? When you think about the money, the government for reserve for socio-economic benefit for the people of this country. Right? It doesn't mean that when you educate, you aim for go parliament. It doesn't mean when you educate, you aim for go state house. All this is not what the nations want. What did the nation want? Now for debate on food sustainability. Right? What did the average man ordinary man to get there? All this are just everybody want to go to party. I'm not interested in that. What do you mean they talk as a critic is that? When the APC was in power, SLPP make equally blame. When the APC was SLPP in power, APC is equally making the blame. That is where the political landscape.
So it's like not just baton number with the exchange process.
Just the exchange number, we play tactics on people. But I tell you this, would you expect Samura Kamara to go hook Manabio at Bitsumani Hotel? You wouldn't expect that. Samura Kamara was very mouthing about electrical injustice, not so. Now it's there. So this reminds you, be conscious as a Sierra Leonean. Don't go where they are going. Be neutral and think great. If you want to think about Sierra Leone being great, don't follow their steps. Watch them going and make you in about stay with the great.
So the other question people then go ask is like, was there a need for if you asked for independence in the first place?
Yes, there was need. That was then. At that epoch, I want to be free from the white man. That epoch, we sat down, we wasted time getting independence, then the white man took most of what we got. Now we signed some document that we were not supposed to sign. But now that we've got independence from the 60s, quite a lot of African countries as well, and other developing countries in the Caribbean, and even somewhere else in South and Central America, that's great, right? But what are they talk? After independence, Pan-Africanism for succeed independence. Not to waiting. Look, I tell you this. Right now, if you look, the white man has gone, yeah. But what he left in text, now still in follow. Not so? All right. Nkrumah came for build up Pan-Africanism, he failed. Right? The very Emmanuel addressed before he go to Vietnam and Kenya. You know about it?
Yes.
Sekou Touré came, he died. Everybody said he was a dictator. But because Sekou Touré adopted the system of Pan-Africanism, Guinea is fast developing. Right? I know Burkina Faso will be Burkina Faso, and Burkina Faso is not Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is Sierra Leone. But once we really talk, now we get a concept of cultural, traditional, and customary belonging for build up Africa and Sierra Leone. All this we do, we imitating it. You see, look, me, I'm not impressed. I'm not even impressed because I've traveled to nations, 14 countries in my world, I know where they're going for. All this question of theory, all this question of PR system, all this question of constituency is not basically what the people need. Right? Look at it's what Botswana needs. Botswana is not debating all about this. And fastly developing. Namibia is fastly developing.
All right. So when we talk about development, I mean, the president talk about so many things there. At the result, he also talk something about electricity, where all will get.
Okay.
So before you...
Energy is the backbone of a modern economy. Without power, there can be no industry, no job, no future-ready nation. That is why I have taken charge of the sector. I believe leadership must be hands-on, as policy without action is ineffective. Last year we signed the landmark $480 million United States dollars MCC compact to expand our transmission infrastructure, support electricity distribution, governance, and sector reform. In January 2025, the U.S. government launched a global review of MCC compacts around the world.
What the president said about electricity, but I don't know what did Suleiman get to say. I mean, from your observation so far, you say it don't take over the electricity sector. I mean, has there been any changes so far?
Again, we just answer questions like that. We need to look at the coin, both sides of the coin. For me, electricity, since we can't just say left, because electricity, it's like na joining by my trip and joining rest. I join back, get for it. So now at the probably point can just say, where can I say go? The person can say, we no want me once, na me being you. I don't take her. We want to the president, we want the minister of energy. But again, if you do research, among the top 10 African countries with stable electricity, Salon de Dio.
Salon de Dio?
You know the Dio.
Oh, okay.
Salon de Dio, according to me research. So for me, I don't say nothing will change it. Because every day, in fact, talk about the $480 million MCC. For me, I don't think say Africans or Sierra Leoneans will celebrate that MCC.
Why make you say so?
One, if people they give the money, now they set the standard. So now for meet this standard, we give at this. Two, now then they monitor whether if we don't meet this standard or not meet this standard. Three, now then they evaluate. Four, now they get the money in the give. Five, then they still implement the money. Six, now then they monitor for implementation of the money. So what are we celebrating? For me, before we don't put her in distribution, we don't talk about generation first. Let me try for build a system wherein we go generate them for ourselves. The lawyer then say you cannot give what they don't have. We only distribute energy if we get them. Yes. then they talk about they don't establish solar plants across the country. Of recent, we see
get the NANS project in Eastern Area.
Yeah, of recent we see they don't go launch one in Muyamba district of course. That was a laudable venture for the Muyamba because already we don't see them, and for almost a decade or for decades now, Muyamba they're not being get light. I mean, these are things one foresee the reality. But for the Western area, what side they? We come on to it. And how they strain for light. Sometimes it take you 2-3 days to not get light. Sometimes if you can only for net Sunday, you know they see light. Thankfully, for the past 1 week or so, or 10 days or so, there has been some stability in electricity. Maybe perhaps Boma are not begin supply free time.
Maybe that's what the president was actually referring to.
For how many years now? Only 10 days now we are enjoying electricity, even that you're not stable. 3 days are not left light now. Yesterday we not being light. So if that be the case, why should we celebrate? For me, the one with that speech for the power, sometimes they need for be honest. Salon politics, it don't become polymaking. You talk about the PR system. Any party they push because if you say this is favor me, and not because the Bible says I'm a Muslim, but the Bible says you should be your brother's keeper.
Yeah, but at the same Solomon they talk say not to corruption or connection.
Meaning?
The very Solomon, no, you talk say most people and they do things now because they favor them. But if you pass now, Solomon will tell you say that very what you they refer to as connection when they're in favor, as corruption when they're in favor of you. The other person they're in favor of, they call and connection.
Well, now for me, yes, because Right now, we need to look at quality. We look at how many connect. We get so many graduates out there who are capable of serving. You define as a person go study mass comm, you can put on a health. What they can do? What do you mean bo health? What does have bo medical instrument at hospital? Nothing. Person they go do engineering, you can put on side for communication. Yes, maybe you even talk about the engineering aspect because you know the language. But when you go study about something, then you can give me something for last serve. Then I deserve it to the people of Sierra Leone, especially somebody who don't serve it out this every day. So to me, politicians need to be honest to themselves and tell the reality. And at times, Sierra Leoneans or the president, not for just read what in the gear, you've also gone at the field and see tangible things. Tangible things. You know, just be something on paper, yes, you have achieved X, Y, and Z. But is that reality on the ground? No. Sierra Leoneans are suffering. Electricity, like you talk about, now a basic need for Sierra Leoneans, even people around the world. Some people are didn't depend for sell ice, for make juice, and other things. We don't go just day, every day for now, charcoal on dear. For say every day they cook. But if you get light, you cook today, you cook 2-3 days plus, put in a freezer, provided if light day. But if like no day, yes, every day for get your money, where are you go do business, things are very hard. So for me, there's no reality.
So Mohamed, you've been for a very long time around, and you don't into the field for a very long time.
Sure.
If you're to rate actually the electricity that the country, how much percent?
The problem of electricity should not be blamed on the present government. It's too early, my brother. You cannot fix a whole country like this 11 years even. When Afsa took about, excuse me, I can't. When Afsa took about was at the energy ministry, nobody thought what will be chief, it would be a danger today. When Anes Koruman sacked a whole professor for corruption, nobody thought say he would have a vacuum, right? And they come. Senegal was small, so more than 58% of the desert. Any sign of the way they go with the light. What didn't happen? The question of light for betrayal back from history to the present, from the 17 years of APC rule up to the present, what is that the defect? The cable to the non-chief. That Moyamba Dam, Moyamba we talk about. 1965, there was money for repair that Moyamba Dam. Right? Come again. APC gave money for Moyamba Dam for making it come back to effectively before President Beo came into power. That money didn't go. It was never investigated. I want us, we as journalists, we are trusted of the people who land for say what land for make research. That I come to it. That $480 million. Now for repair the wounds them and bring in new. Not for just say, hey, look up, tomorrow will get right. No. The question of electricity fixing, that West African pool, that I call them, that other dam at Mogoroka. Okay. All this process, systematically, if even Marabio come, they all go for success for the next 5 years, another 10 years again. We will never get correct electricity. You know why?
Why?
I come to it. 32 industries the old President Biodo approved our own government for begin function. Right? They don't go function without electricity.
They make it talk as in a backbone to country economy.
The solar system, what me and this gentleman, they're going to perspective in terms of more than 300 villages there. They don't get solar villages, solar. Not be practical. We're in front of the public. They tell us our press briefing. We caution them. They tell us. And so until they tell you now when they talk, you go make research. If it's not true, that is the function of a journalist. Right? Not take people them to what you put by yourself. Try to be very critical where so. Right? What me they talk, the question of electricity, money don't come. And they tell you this. We went at the last press briefing, they say the 480 million has been approved and in the camp, not just the government or consolidated revenue, we get for go. Now the very people in the FCC office will base here, that they get for go, any contractor, they get for waiting. And sure say the paper they present is correct, they get for monitoring. So government or arrest government don't get nothing for do that. Now make a practical.
Okay.
And they come to when people in the forget me, I'll never forget because I'm a historian from Albert Academy, the Great Albert Academy.
Okay.
Then people have to stop blaming the government because this money people will go with very brothers and sisters the way talks in all kind of this country because of what him. So Amura Kamara say electoral justice. Today if you can win. Tell me true, win. That man today where they go, When we don't talk, say they don't come, and today they don't come, they go down and go full. That this is Sierra Leonean. That would not follow the behavior of politicians them. That man will be the president, the 480 don't come.
Yes.
They don't go for the way they say that enemy not know say that actually bad. Today is going. So we got to be thinking through the talk. Right? When Bill creates, it don't talk say they happen now. But the creation is more than it not create. And me look, I always talk up. SLPP no, APC no, Mohammed Kaba is not. What they talk as an investigative journalist, and the way what they talk, I guess on the ground and make research. What they mean no, nothing will go come now into power to get all the 32 industries that begin function. That was why BO tell you say, sooner before they go, 500,000 civilians will be employed at Songa and elsewhere. Right? You depend see the you have for it to go, do you have for it in the food set now? It's not easy. Let me go back. So, I mean, to me, I get more than 3 decades in journalism, right? I know what is what politicians tell me, and then they play with that person. If I ask the right question and they make research, right?
You know, when they talk, so thankfully you took us back, but
yeah.
I mean, these same Sierra Leoneans, you see, for they ask the right questions,
yeah.
They will tell you the way they enjoyed light in the previous government. Also, so it happens. So, and you mentioned about the cable where be lost in the 70s, but yet now this same salon people get the waiting and they say they're able to get access to electricity.
Thank you. To answer your question, at that time the population in Sierra Leone in Freetown was just about 800,000 people there.
So you think that the population and then they affect?
Excuse me, Gambia get 500,000 people there for so many years before the population begin rise. So you don't get about 1.5 million to 2.5 million to 2 million to 2.5 million. So many years before population begin rise. And they tell you this, right? Up to the 80s, where population was up to 4 million. So the more people, the population rise, the more you demand for electricity. The more electricity get the obligation for insurance, then people they get the fundamental right for enjoy electricity.
But you also mentioned something about cable lost money where we don't outside the money go. But we see up to date these same politicians living a particular life where people don't feel like say even they live. I don't want to put adjectives, but they live more than even in the.
Let me come to research. Let me come to you. Now remind you to research. I want you and me and this is my colleague here for go back. Let me try to find out almost the World Bank, the IMF, the African Development Bank before this MCC been done GIWI for improving electricity in this country and went wrong. That's one. Right? Now we get patient and watch them. What are they going to do with this 480 million? Now we get the patient. We're watching them. We wouldn't leave them. We're not supportive of anybody. If you don't do it, we're going to say it. So we go
for sit down and wait, stay until and go before we ask the question.
What you just come out see light? We can't do how. We got to do it systematically. This is all about electricity fixing.
Now, Suleiman says that this one we don't get light.
You talk about public opinion, just to me colleague. The public opinion way we conduct in Sweden is incorrect. And they come to this. Okay. In developed countries where I've been, a public opinion, you question 100 people there. Right? 20 say no, 80 say yes. This is public opinion. And it will be financed by a credible institution. Let me tell you this. Public opinion, public survey, not just by word or by numerical. No. One institution get to take responsibility for that. And if it goes wrong, it will even be sued to court for public blasphemy. Let me tell you. We have nothing at public opinion. Say public opinion. Public opinion, not so an easy thing for access. You get to get credible institution where they take responsibility. You get to employ people who go back to the street. And you get to get evidence and say they go all in the regions them where they are this country, districts and chiefdoms them. Before you say this is a public survey, this is a public opinion. But yeah, public survey, this is a matter. It's wrong to me. Because I've said it, I know it's not correct. Yeah.
Either way, Suleiman says still not going to come wicked on light. So from electricity, let's move to health. Would the president talk one or two things then we don't do now the health sector, and we can get that discussion there.
Nobody should die giving life. No child should die due to lack of care. We have strengthened our healthcare system, building hospitals, training doctors, and expanding services to every district. Domestic health spending is up by 2%. The Sierra Leone Social Health Insurance Scheme is reducing out-of-pocket costs. The National Public Health Agency and our real-time disease surveillance system means outbreaks are detected faster and responses are better. We recruited 15% more health workers, bringing the total to over 14,000 and double medical school enrollment. Over 40 doctors are training locally in specialty fields through the Postgraduate College of Health Specialty.
Suleiman, you've heard from the president. What's your view altogether?
Like I said, sometimes people wait that for the power. It deceives Sierra Leoneans. That's fact. Yeah, the problem about Sierra Leone, you know, start under this government. You know, start under the past regime. But the problem about this country, we politicians not honest to we, the citizens. For example, if this party don't start this is for the progress of Sierra Leone, if other party come, let them continue that day. Instead, then they just change the whole formula, start new thing again, start everything from scratch. The party, they don't recruit 40 doctors, they're going to training now. What in 40 doctors they do for 8 million people? For God's sake, do the mathematical. How many people then go to one doctor? Then doctor there. How many hospitals? Looking at the number of hospitals, we say you don't build. Yeah. The government don't build and renovate. We have 16 districts. In each district, if I don't say for bigger district, the district headquarters can get 2 hospitals or 3 bigger hospitals, including private. Because not just focus on government. Yeah. Because the private are part of the country. The private are partners to government. The government cannot do it alone. So for me, recruiting 40 doctors, yes. How many been there for us? Waiting then they come add.
So we get a discussion, not just coming quickly. Also, we get the president for the Medical and Dental Association. They say they get about 500. So if we add the 40 with the president say, it don't go 540.
The 500, I think nurses. Doctors, the president, they talk about specialized doctors. Danny back our people understand down yonder. Not only about the hospital is in a doctor. They get nurse, they get lab technician, they get different department hospital. I'm not a medical person. So doctor, that person, we in specialize on this. Like in journalism, we get people that specialize, like in investigative journalism. For women in parliamentary journalism, more on politics. We get sport writers. So journalist is the general term. So for me, yes, they talk say they don't reduce the maternal mortality, but again, how impactful it is. Not just the figures. Logan hospitals. You go like cannot people belly woman the goodie. And they say if you don't pay this X amount, we not go touch you. Like seriously, are we serious as the people? But again, as Sierra Leoneans, we get a responsibility for support government. If me don't can hospital say, I don't say this is the rise up, I come for this sickness, but this sickness don't come up where I recover money, I don't get it now. For save me life, treat me first. At the end of the day, you ask me for the resources. We don't go say if we go to operation until I pay this, and there's time limited. So then I just get 10-15 minutes. If I not get this medical, I die. They delay me for over 40 minutes. As we go inside, say, you know, survive, you don't die. You are the contributor. So for me, recruiting the doctors, that's fine. Improving health facility on the people, that's fine. But let the reality be felt by Sierra Leoneans.
The reality felt by Sierra Leoneans.
Let me come back to something about the health. From 1971, when we established a relationship with the People's Republic of China, the first Chinese hospital na saloon, Ibidena route to Bugbo, achieve the Muhammad Institute. If you go back to the internet.
History.
From then, China voluntarily, the only nation like Britain who colonized we on to quite a lot of medicine. Yes. Apart from the other world of academia. Then comes the question. Today, we see most of you on age group, they kind of New England try for waiting, for go na the medical school, not so. Today, the question of mortality become worse before the President Bill came into power in this country. Go back to internet. Children were dying. Remember VP speech?
But the free healthcare
speech?
The free healthcare inside the previous government.
The free healthcare came by April 2010. Right? Independence Day and cottage then be launched up. The free healthcare is not the problem. I want to make this very clear to viewers them. Is that not blame government for setting up an initiative for work? Not blame government for setting up an initiative for develop. Who they blame the ethical behavior of which they were towards that and the lack of penalization already follow. Let's see. All these social media colleagues they talk, I accept. Government don't create. You, if you're not honest somebody in your own self, do with the best you can. So you save lives. But what you may experience, but honestly, me colleagues they talk here, be safe. At the hospital, no things are not the same. I cannot expect President B or the Minister of LDB for go there, for go surveillance. We have to be committed to delivery.
So why you get heads then at certain places then? That's not the use.
If we committed to delivery, we go be ethically minded. This is the problem with Swedish. Now the question we ask, right? You go to hospital. You bribe, yes, because you want to save your life, right?
Sometimes you don't even need for bribe. People will tell you that.
That is it. This logic now we for address now say corruption in Sweden. Not only they on politicians, it they on reasonable as Swedians. Not only that, the medical world, believe it or not, I wish you good luck. You go to advanced countries. I wish you good luck when you guys go to advanced country. They see how advanced country, whether white or black or Indian, is trying to save human life because it's value to them. And Sierra Leone, they try to end your life just because of the coin. And you don't know, say, tomorrow when you go die, leave that money there. This is the problem with Sierra Leone. We are unethically or professionally minded. I'll tell you this, it's not only the medical world. And they call all professions, from anywhere you go. The problem is, government says this is what we can do. This is the money we can do it. This is the money to do it, right? Take it. Not so they argue, they give you a waste of it. It's necessary for saying, I got to do it. This is my obligation between me and me Allah, right? So therefore, the question of me coming as a critic, right? We go to church, we go to mosque, we go everywhere. We sing songs of freedom, songs of wisdom, songs of salvation, songs of redemption. But actually, the average if you look at a psycho, social behavior, people say we're bad guys. Because you can't look somebody that struggle, you say, but left without count up. Without count up, nobody, I would have left that one. Believe it. If you're not human being, you think twice. Is that humanity? Is that humanity? That gives me a first of a newspaper what I call humanity for mankind. And me, I tell you, everybody knows me. If I meet any police officer, put any what you call it, key from Okada, I claim responsibility. Who are you? I say thank you. Me say me na Saloma. That kid is get back. The guy is sitting to I don't get nothing. I don't get power. I don't get gun. Why they do am? Can me go now that will for do am? If you police officer say if you take wisdom, this is Sierra. If you witness anybody talk to ask somebody, I tell you something. Give me 2 minutes. January the 2nd, 2010. Before the world the healthcare, I born twin them now Cottage Hospital. I saw now before they enter 100,000. The doctor said 750,000. I said yes, sir. They give me 1 million. You don't know something as journalist. And they tell you this. I won't call the doctor, but I wouldn't call his name. I respect him privacy, but it happened. So what happened? The woman will be on the 1st of January. That's why you operate. If I don't be refusing for that, you would begin them. Fortunately, because I accept the 750, I say they put more, he born. The beginning did SS1 now. And I tell you this, When some come for ask what I do. I went to this Mohammed Koroma, we've been in a party street. At the time, we went to the doctor and said, hey, thank you for what you've done to me. Now, my ID card, I'm a journalist. There's the money. I paid 100,000. He said, but you never tell me. I said, you should know that. It happened to me. So all these things you got, just like me, I investigate what did happen to me. I make like Munku. I make like Dumbe. But when I say, hey, this is my ID card. I challenge you. What you doing is wrong. How many people do that the same?
When you say, we talk on how many people do that the same, let's just throw this to you. You want to agree to some extent, say maybe not this make an escoma being called attitudinal and behavioral change, for low change your attitude, because to some extent, someone also shared an experience with where you get with a medical doctor to a point that when it's right for pull chest, the medical doctor say, hey, but now we get the system. Yeah. You understand what I talk about, Suleiman?
Myself get a case story. 2 years ago, my woman born cottage. I go and say I will give medicine buy medicine for the picking. Picking just 2 days old. They said the medicine at 250. I said no, this is too much. I said no, give me the medicine name. Guess what? I can't CTC. About 25 euros. I for buy one.
Once you go there at day.
I for buy one. I buy 3. I go give them all. See, but I'm going to say 25 euros. I say a lie. I put me I say I'm a journalist. So because, like I said earlier, Sierra Leoneans, we have to be responsible. It's not, like I say, government cannot do everything. 2 days ago, we go neighbor, he go to hospital, na Rokupa government hospital. Like Mr. Kamara said, case study. Do you want to say, Jalo? They say Beloman are free. Walk on the hospital this year, yesterday. Any side they say do aju. I spent over 100,000.
Yeah.
Not tell and say, then tell you suicide the entire cow I did it. Sierra Leoneans will get this mindset. They will not say, as a flaman, first of all, if cow do bad, like you don't go put somebody in farm, the person halapa we bad on our that cow they go take the tire inside desert, the son will tie the rope near another stick so. You need even for Tonton at the stick because the barrowing will do. If we just stand like you know we hold on for out 3 times, we saw the time we find the grasp or could the long the rope. So if if we left on that stick there for 2-3 days, the gas will don't near day. So they also know the reason. See, sometimes the cow, how they tie the cow, or the reason for tie the cow, can determine the place also they tie the cow. In medical field or a profession, as long as you behave yourself decently, honestly, nothing goes for nothing. Will be honest to yourself. I can say this to my company. I say no, I'll let conscience beat you. You beat your conscience. If I want to do this for, not say this way, if I try the poil for we make this na 800,000. Before I spend 800,000, we make phone. La put the phone. If I verse, la put near me. That we put on separate side. So I don't save resources. I don't save the phone in lifespan. So sometimes again, Sierra Leoneans will deceive yourself, depending on the position or the area we find yourself.
Sierra Leoneans, they deceive themselves. And from that, I mean, what Commoner do yesterday, we see a Sierra Leonean Liberian musician, but where they find them with drug, in Liberia, Bowata border, allegedly say we're worth about $800,000. I mean, this man on the screen, I'll fax me gentlemen them, if they actually Sabiam.
Alozu.
Pakamaya is Sabian, sir?
No.
But they that music, Angel. If I remember, sometime in December, this guy called Zainab, Zainab be me, Angel. I don't count on musician inside the studio. But you recall the song, right?
Yeah. So good voice for sing.
Thank you. So the man this. Yeah. We in fact now some of we don't know say he's not even a Sierra Leonean to some extent, a Liberian national altogether. We didn't catch him with drug yesterday inside a particular Nissan motorcar. And the thing altogether, before now, we see a particular celebrity also waiting to award the business in the country. This other man on the screen, then catch him with drug. Now, this is the thing. For a young person, they grab up and yeah, don't they come on and say the entertainment industry don't tend for be an easy route for do some of this deal altogether. And yesterday, the president also talked about drug use. I mean, how youth man enough for actually bow down to how they don't get rehab centers them. So in general, you think we don't give enough justice to how would affect this drug business, Nasalo?
But come in.
Yes.
Don't give a damn about it.
I'm not give a damn about that.
Excuse me, the title of somebody with impersonal behavior, there's two different things there. Whitney Houston is my favorite. I like funky music. She died of drugs.
Yes.
Why? Would I get? The question of musicians involved in drugs is not only in Sierra Leone. I bet you this. Not just Naya. It's everywhere in the world. More like the developed world. Right? Past money making. Right? The musician, whether in the United States, whether in the UK, whether in that, they always constantly they under police surveillance. They cannot get out of it. Right? Now, in you call, before they arrest us, so, we should like the same border. They go tell the drug dealer at the motorcar. When I reach at the border, they say the motorcar don't abort. They go call we say for 2 hours. But the police are suspicious of something. When I get to I say break. When I start a drug inside. So the question of drug and title are two different things to me. Right? I'm a journalist. Right? But do you know what I'm doing privately for my socio-economic sustainability? That's my privacy.
Tell us.
I'm a musician. Excuse me, I'm a musician. When I come on stage, I can dance, I can sing. People will hail me. People will come in thousands, in hundreds and all that. But you know what I'm doing privately? This is the behavioral pattern of humanity. You shouldn't get it on that.
Yes.
No matter who you are, no matter what you are, no matter whose family we come from, the behavior, right, is quite different from your deeds.
Jallo, I'm sure you don't come across the story.
Yeah, of course.
And the kind of drug where they say they find Alonso with, I mean, at the very first time, according to what's in the Liberian and they may say, at the very first time, they kind of drug, they go inside Liberia to start with. Now, this is the thing altogether. We get them right across, right? I mean, you know where they travel through the road. We get sat inside where they say, checkpoint, where they say, okay, before you go this particular part to the other part, don't watch you see this side motor. So one go for ask, they left, whoever they left, then go side and go find out what's the essence of having these checkpoints firstly.
But you know, this laxitude they give on this drug, which they tell a lot on the American embargo.
Yes, I just want to know we police checkpoints. I mean, they show weakness, however, Jallo.
You know, Mr. Kamara took something. You see, live with differentiate attitude and title. Salom, each man he said not the coach but the man the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although Kamara said do something private like for interview.
He's a musician.
Yeah. No, he said they do more than that.
Yeah. No, I say. Do you know what I'm doing?
To the point.
Yeah.
To the point. I think in recent times Sierra Leone's name in the global scene when it comes to drugs is not good. Yeah. They arrest 4 people.
Yes.
Among the 4. Now one Liberian did it. Sorry, if you allow me, I can call the name and the ages from the press release with Liberian Nengi. Then get 36 Sierra Leonean, 28 Sierra Leonean, 35 Liberian with the saloon, 25 Liberian with a VOA. That VOA then inside before we enter Namoro. Of course, I did Moro Liberia almost 5 years. I did do because I'm very proud of that. So, but
and quickly, I'll just add to what you say. Allegedly, from what you self don't get that is that amongst the 4 men, one of them are the bodyguard to the therapist. That boy was saying our knack. So I just want to add to what you don't say. Just look at the 4 names.
Well, I don't know, but the only person that will come out now Alonso. But again, Alonso now half Liberian, half Sierra Leoneans from sources. Even the time we have been in Liberia. I've been on the year reading half Sierra Leone and half Liberian, perhaps either in maternal side or the paternal side come from both countries. But again, some people may use the opportunity. Okay, now because in a star, and no go search a vehicle. Please go this for me.
Yeah, sure.
Perhaps he is not involved either.
Sure.
Maybe you don't know. Maybe not just somebody he give lift. Say go to me. But you don't know say this person get this there. You can't go put it in his car. You go. Or make this person say, Alonso, Kalago drop you. Kalago to be going a star. If you decide, you go search me.
You're not going to search me.
Again, that live today. Unfortunately, this in this side, Alonso, no. Because from the video, where they upload these drugs, we said the meter, that domot, where they be on the passenger side. We said that wheel day, they inside them put on. I want you full where they mean where they remove the drugs from the vehicle. It's very sad. It's very unfortunate. I think it is high time Sierra Leoneans or the authorities of Sierra Leone, quote unquote, the police, for strengthening the checks.
Because in
these various checkpoints. Because again, the vehicle we know they expected to get this. Now you get what you check for.
Thank you. So now, I'm glad the way you bring the point. Say it's maybe something that even lifts and don't get.
Or
yes, inside decide for going. However, use the motorcar. Maybe it take the motorcar from a friend. They don't know. They want for user and go. All boils down to we checkpoint. Now the whole crown. They say any news source Nasalo. A Sierra Leone and XYZ. In fact, it's like I don't put in Liberia and title all together. Now we don't touch the kata now we eat Sierra Leone and we already get to stain at the world to say they don't feel like a transit point for all the drug use. Now they don't attach and say he's a Sierra Leonean. So if we checkpoint been strong, before ever they reach out for me Liberia and go catch on a Liberia border day, I'm sure enough for the reach day if only we get the people there are doing the right thing. And
mind you, they don't pass the Salon side. They didn't not the Liberia side. I didn't catch on.
That's they don't show weakness. So they don't slap in our face.
So again, perhaps maybe Alonso this kind of superstar. So Abulis and Alonso are superstar. Then yeah, agree.
So you go agree. So some point say this is the problem again with Salon police. Somebody also share an experience with we say then put and down bike for check. Then is see motorcar pass. The police don't even check on the various checkpoints they within there.
They know the check. They know the check. That's reality. Even me, I don't witness. I'm one of Kabbalah. Almost every 2 team I go Kabbalah. So they know the check. The one time was it the IG or one of the police kind of the government press briefing, we asked him on the same thing. We engage the Salon ambassador in vehicle and Guinea with drugs. We come on Salon. You don't have Guinea already. We ask him the checkpoint. Whose vehicle and whose vehicle can check and then checkpoint there. They not catch a government vehicle or private vehicle. That was what the answer. Because as long as the person get black with himself, you put the glass on, say hello, how are you? Or the person get coat and tie, and just
you don't say by your number plate, they
not knowing, without going into the internet. Again, we don't know what now the train where they can get them police and put them going to check when there. What's advice they can get them because they get the code of practice. So sometimes we cannot tell what's the insider or what perhaps is there any arrangement with them and the superstar maybe for the good this and this. We don't know. But again, Sierra Leone name now the global stage in terms of drugs is very pathetic, very unfortunate. I think high time now the government and Sierra Leoneans, we as citizens, we take on this responsibility. Just yesterday, Liberia as a nation, the entire nation, all walks of life, they protest, they march, they say no to drugs.
No to drugs.
I mean.
And now they're taking a new, allegedly, a new drug inside there.
The same day, they catch this thing at the border. We come on Salon. It's very sad.
Can I come in?
Yes, come in.
The American intelligence watch me. Somebody in the state say, hey, Trump, are you there? What about these guys on the drug who want to leave through the visa? I said, no. Hey, every second, every minute, Salon dip and drug. So, hey, you want to travel, you know nothing but drug. Okay. Now, Guinea don't catch you and drug. Liberia don't catch you and drug. Now, people don't go to America. America go lift the visa. Tell me, evidence not there? The American Secret Service intelligence, they take stock, they pass information every second, every minute, every hour. But what to? Salon now, drug law business say, now money business. What you mean, according to the talk is quite different. It attract me. That musician, nose and all greasy, is supposed to pass that Salon police for the checkpoint. If I told the policeman them, they'll be transparent. No. Because look, let me tell you something. Yes. From Spain to Andorra, from first to Monaco. Monaco is Cyprus, right? When you come off France, you go Monaco. If Monaco will catch you now, where you come off France, who are you going to blame? Who's police going to blame? What's the order of France? Not him. So there is no police for blame. That's what then the president Liberia will save them. Because there's no conspiracy. Hey, but forget it, you just go come back. That is it. Right? So where are we? Just like we talked before, commitment is one, delivery is another, like patriotically, nationalistically, and the other one will be very hard. The man will talk, probably they talk about speech writers then. People are trained to be speech writers then for presidents, ministers, and offices of all kind. A speech writer, now somebody will do the course, right? You know how to put only. Now in job line is just like a public relations officer, right? That's like a communications officer. So, make you always talk, say, Salon good pantioreo. If you go to the BBC, they prefer Salomon for present a program that like that any other a Ghanaian in Nigeria because of the tongue, right? Not because of the language you sabi. But when it comes to speech writing, Solomon we good. So speech writing are for convince the general public. If you get a character, you don't go employ a speech writer. So speech writer for the president too. Speech writers for the organization no. And all they can overdo. So they want positive results.
Yeah, so Jolo, you're a bit young and you see you compete youth money. Let's go back to the very first question that I asked. You think so we don't do enough justice in the fight against drug that the country?
For me, no.
So me too.
Why I say no? If with the fight against drugs, they say with the fight against drugs have been improvement, let us ask the question, who are bringing the drugs into the country? Who said the drugs they pass the camp?
I'll answer that.
How much o'clock the drugs they come? Because if we get serious and sober, only word serious and sober security checks to the various entry points, including the airport, we're not to get drugs in Sierra Leone. We're not going to just say we are checking, we catch 2-3 people in today, tomorrow, or 10 enter tomorrow, catch one tomorrow. And again, the arrest with a selective. I give one scenario. 2 weeks ago or so, one allegedly, is it a boat or a ferry?
Yeah.
Where misroad, allegedly would misroad.
Hamilton.
A kind of Hamilton. Up to date, the Sierra Leone police not tell you nothing about an investigation.
And there's still enough for worry about anything.
Why we shouldn't worry? And if you read the investigation where, is it Salon Time newspaper do, they do an investigation on that. Their story from that investigation is very shocking. I'm not going to talk now what I can talk now. Because from the investigation, they say this boat here, it link na the Caribbean. A link, it don't miss in the Caribbean almost a weeks now, they're not here. The white can't fall in a salon. They interview the police spokesperson of the media houses, then tell salon people and say, either people they're under arrest, or they're under house arrest, or they're under police custody. You say, no go talk in the public.
So now the public don't like for speculate.
So to me, I mean, our leaders and us Sierra Leoneans, we have to be responsible. Mind you, if I say Sierra Leoneans, the leaders are part of Sierra Leoneans. The police are part of Sierra Leoneans and have been given responsibility to serve or to protect life and properties. In doing that, it should be selectional. They have to be honest to themselves. Like I say, let them beat their conscience instead of conscience beat them. Whatever we do today, posterity will judge us.
Now, don't they say?
Brown says this: drug business is $1 billion business. Before it comes from South and Central America or somewhere from Asia, they don't identify the inflation and inflation people in our society to deal with. This, now people are irresponsible. Hey, buddy, here is $1. You do it again. We're coming. That's it. Then they go now, place to place, who do bribe the police, who do bribe the customs, who do bribe the politician, who do bribe somebody else who's inflation elsewhere. For let drug enter. But let me tell you something. The drug business is $1 million business. Then they follow us in the enter. Then they follow they enter. They get all kind of passport them. When they enter this country, they think twice or forget going that the real destination. Now 2 games. If they catch up, then people will be the follow the drug. They get a smart passport, will be automatically next Friday they go. They're not something trying to fight them. The one they meet Twitter in the old. Right? That is the weakness of police in most developing countries. Them. There are people and they're not going to identify them. You can't tell them. You don't pass the airport, you don't come. You drop the guy inside other way. You understand, eh? But you get destination for go. They don't already book hotel elsewhere with a different passport and name. You understand, eh? So the influential people who they inside the real society, the affluential people in the society, the most top of them always be to say, if you able to talk here in business go through, hey man, this is money, man. $200,000 is okay. $500,000 is okay. It's coming. The drug was about 15 million if you go America. If you get that, you take a saber all to them. They hang. Right? Remember, another level blame policeman waiting at border or customs officer.
Why make you say so?
Thank you. Everybody take order from the superiors them. That is
so you're saying a chain?
Excuse me. Now a chain work. Now a chain of command. Drug trafficking is a chain of command. Not to no one person. Not to even now millionaires they invest their money. Right? That was somebody that gets you that me send you there. If I tell you hey, left that till they come, you don't tell me so why sir. No, you'll be demoted or you'll be sacked or posted somewhere. Listen, but if that policeman insists for check that in there and make alarm, no say it don't between us. It's a conspiracy. We can't do, excuse me, what's in the neck? Developing countries are suffering, right? Somebody when they will not get kind of work for 20 years. You don't get house for yourself. You don't get land for yourself. You get a family, but you get the position for let it go, allow this for Kaisa. Would you refuse? But unlike developed countries, them, no matter what you do, if they coach you, you get a penalty you don't go ever regret it. Let me tell you. May I always talk this. If we want to end corruption, that might will end corruption. That also a bill. Then I said like going up and body. They don't go back again. So they don't go do them. Because what you do, you get in connection for familiarization sake, for favoritism sake, for reputation sake. So corruption, a corruption, we keep on thinking about corruption, but a real corruption for end them, you need not to military, not to police, not to you need what to call a radical approach to my words. No, a radical approach not by words. Build up an independent force from the police. We must guide the way they don't get job. Set them up. Right? I call them.
So the guys then go and go to police?
Because they are crusaders for justice. Then the boy when they come out college, when they don't get jobs, so you go pay. Then they be underground intelligence officer for the ones they get money.
The way
you know why? You know why? You need to run. You know why? I've been to 14 countries in my world. You understand? I'm not for trade. The first object for Turkey for sign, I mean, when one cash container we bring drug alum alarm. Allow the people to bring a clearance. When they come out na Turkey, let the plane close follow them. You understand now? Take away the war house today far. They don't say that they will be a cap. Let them wait till they get away, they will look at they put her in the war house. Bye! That's so policeman that develop country the case possible. But now Turkey, when we consider come, hey, consider don't come. Then the one who go and carry they don't go because they don't make alarm. Now I make a tell you, say, the structure of investigations here in Sweden, in developing countries, is not immature. I've been to quite a lot of developed countries. I haven't trained them. You know, go ever know almost days that they train you for one green tea. But yeah, hey, because I don't go drug. Everybody, not so for do the game.
You know, Jallo, now we see these dogs, Mr. Kama saying that not chain now. I mean, it don't even go into the schools. Teachers, them, I saw something where I read even saying at Kenema, there's a teacher we can go to school, XYZ. It into the homes. I mean, people that lost their senses. You go on the rain today, you see that they with him big pen up. Everybody they point finger at XYZ. But we just want to know, because most times people need a solution. What do you recommend, say, needs to be done at this material time?
I think, say, Mr. Kamasi will be radical approach. And that radical shouldn't be selective. Because I tell you, Sierra Leone, Honorable Daniel Brahma, the Deputy Leader of Opposition at Parliament, he always they say, I'll quote some, the law is an us. When you're with the law, it favors you. You use it. when you know the term, they use the law against you. So for me, just like fighting corruption, it needs radical approach, people with independence mindset, not because you give me job, I will do the job for you. Yeah, people will say, I work for the president. No, they say, I serve the president the mandate. You are not serving the mandate of the president. For God's sake, the president is elected by the people of Sierra Leone. And they gave him the mandate. So if the president gives you the mandate, say, I'm working for the people of Sierra Leone. I'm working for the mandate of the people of Sierra Leone. The president of Senegal, when they elect newly, you see, no public office, no using picture now in an office. At the office, they use a family picture, they picking a snappy picking a family, make them frame, put on an office. We do clean, when you see them, I've been getting up money today. It be enough or enough. You make that sense today. There was a news on that, although it cannot be authenticated. But if that be the case, if we fight drugs holistically, without forgetting what we they get. I mean, Mr. Kamara saying a chain work. Perhaps I go agree, because your ledger cars, if not the name dandy, after police investigation and tell you say the Umaru Sheriff, they see na the list. Yeah, that Umaru Sheriff, he did salon, how comes he can't salon? Now salon posing up to date. These are questions the government is here to answer.
And up to now we haven't got any
answers. Up to now we haven't got answers. If really the government be serious of saying yes, the man will find Umaru Sheriff. Look the man. Now you have the man, you know the man in this country. We still ask now Umaru Sheriff, if they say investigations are ongoing. How long? Sierra Leone should keep waiting. Yet the name of the country has been blackmailed out there. So for me, we're not ready as a country for fair drugs. Because if everyday drugs they come, new drugs. Yesterday, that new drugs we didn't find. We said, come on a salon, come on. According to investigation. We said they make an salon. We said they pull an salon. That should be investigated. Mine not just one packet to see you. We didn't go to the library. Maybe they go to have a good test. We work the take the balance. Maybe. If an salon they pull out, that people wouldn't arrest. The investigation will come back salon. Let them do the root cause. You know, go catch post where they smoke drugs. You know, catch the post where they importer. You know, post where they smoke. You must know the post where they importer. If you know the post where importer, if you know the post where they connect for counter, because Mr. Kwan is $1 billion of investment of drugs. So if we are serious, we have to be holistic. We have to be honest. We have to be serious. And we need to approach it radically, in a radical way.
So, Mr. Kamara, quick one, because we get another one for two.
Mr. Kamara, what journalism Kamara? Journalism, don't say in a class struggle, no depend journalism. Just say Okama, I'm okay.
Okay, Okama?
Yeah.
Yes. So you think, at this point,
yeah,
now Okama, yes, Okama.
In real journalism, practice in the West. In developed countries, you don't call a journalist Dr. Professor Kamara. No. Call and listen to the BBC. They don't refer to them as misters and all that. But we here would not put
that too. But so quick one. You know, sometimes just the working kind size small. But quick one. You think so? We're actually ready for full commodore in this country for drive and pata.
Let me give you an example. Why we're not ready. Now when mosquito bet you go ready for killer to so. I make mention of how for. You know, everything is about intelligence. That intelligence not for left out to the police or any other sector. We forget an independent intelligence service, so people say they don't get job. They want the job of any kind, and they will give they will show productivity, they will show delivery. Get me 500 graduates number. Be that institution bar. It depends from the police, it depends from the military, it depends from any other security sector. Then train them. Let's say activism. And then they talk, and they go identify yourself. You know why? You see the address? This was how the criminal investigation department officials them they dress. Dirty clothes. In the developed countries, dirty clothes. You will never know them. They get something when they drink so like say they drink white, then they have a check. They get the right post when they train. They get the right motive. Now, coat and trousers, necktie, this and that. You go. He says the CID. The way they appear at a place for go catch, they'll say, hey, but look, one man don't come on, be careful. No, this is not the type in them. No, you can be anyhow, as long as they are the informative wall, forget information. Information will not get a classical way of dressing. Get down to level where the people don't know go do you. It doesn't happen this way. Look, when you do investigative journalism like the police, it's similar. Disguise yourself. Learn to disguise yourself in approach, but in physical looks. They go get the first of information. Right? So therefore, to me, we still get a long way. We still get some strategies for put place, mechanisms for put place. But how could you be putting mechanisms in place where they call it very culprits the way they promote the trade? This is what you don't know. Remember, I tell you that influential people could do all this. If they had not been able to go catch them. But when you call a police somebody with influential society, it's part of a office for make mechanism for catch them. He will tell you he will betray you back. Is that the way? No, man.
We're talking about that the way. You know, we get different routes of transportation, air, land, and sea. So we see sometimes this week we say the ferry. Allegedly, a video went viral. Yeah. The ferry utter people in the middle of the water to a point that now the ferry then gets for send for rescue those people. Yeah. People about 50
or look when you read the At the Chase. You read them books that they know well, you don't die except At the Chase. I agree with those people. One of At the Chase book tells you say they can bring drugs from South and Central America. They don't fix the deal. Right? Fishing boats can go collector, like 200 kilometers from Saloon, right? They will load and come. Now fishing boats. You load overnight. This is very simple. And the Chase book is specified on that. We read it. Be careful, we are academicians. We're part of the school. And the Chase book is not there again because that's why the PZ gets all kinds of words them. And the Chase will fill us. All right. Yeah. So drug. Small boats can bring car inside, you go collect her from the big boat.
So this is a bit from the drug. This is not the ferry now. I mean, you know, saying other routes for transportation, and amongst many other reasons, the president's been promised with the Lunge Bridge for easy transportation. And the only way for going under, or amongst the other ways for go there, obviously take flights for going on Lunge for now, right? Now, either the ferry or use road. And I made for understand, say it's about 27 million per ferry for go there. But now we see the ferry they hot. Earlier this year, a fire allegedly being caged by the particular parts of the ferry. And we got a response for the one that the authority did before, said not just a minor, you know, but minor, it don't happen lately about 2 terms. And at this point, looking at the population of the ferry, I mean, looking at the picture for us, it tells you it all old and people are overloaded. And we get this recurring incidents where they happen.
So we're responsible. We're damn too responsible. We don't talk to me to see it. Then when they so cold in the camp, like say they know this ferry. The ferry get thousands of old slave force. Where in camp? In a leak. That's one thing. 2. But this is very easy. The freedom to protest, not to cause. Not mention the political side for the protest for government. You know when SSF you get out for protest for that. Then ferry companies they are. Year in, year out, year in, year out, year in, year out. The same thing they happen. Now irresponsibility they didn't alone. I tell you this. Right? The very specifically the Ministry of Transport and Aviation for a short say the passenger, if you enjoy your welfare as a passenger, then get their own way. Hey, look at me. Me what they talk, I don't say about particular government that overall me they talk about. The Ministry of Education, Transport and Aviation. Whether it's years, whether today, what they for try for no, what they want you life now for no say, the welfare of the citizen is fundamental. More like where it go is ferry boat, where people say na 2 way. Either die or he leave. You understand it? It doesn't happen here. Now, irresponsible responsibility to get Naya. Not so responsible, you get responsible responsibility, you get responsible responsibility. Salon, now completely responsible responsibility, except the people in protest for their own welfare. Not so against the government. So, wait, no, go to the police, Papa. 10 people. Look, let me tell you. Yes. Let me tell you the patriotism. 10 years they can go to the IG, Papa. Me I didn't look or me na future day. We got organization. One protest now because people in the suffer. Also, Papa government, we don't get 60,000. But no more to process it, they don't fail to go past the repairer. They will see the repercussion. We don't go hold them.
As a mean of transportation, Chalo,
We don't get radical
looking
measures.
at the
Debo.
population also of Salone, and it's like we get limited number of ferry. I stand to be corrected about just 2 or 3 with it. And people and they use that particular route, they almost on a daily basis. I mean, I don't think saying that time will also focus on the water. I had a discussion, one of my guests mentioned, say, it's like, don't forget about the water, say, putting the apple and the water and the likes. People they use them for transport on daily basis, yet we have limited number where they make this occurring incidents and they happen all the time. You don't think it's need for at least get another one?
Before I answer the question, when we asked Pakama, you talk about, you mentioned the Lunge Bridge. You know, one thing about Salone on Africa, we should be able to differentiate between politics and governance. There is time for politics and there is time for governance. Yeah, until and unless our leaders and us as citizens were able to differentiate and distinguish, separate politics and governance. Yeah, for now, we are more on politics than governance because this party would say we government, we regime, the regime. For God's sake, opposition are part of government. You can contribute, sir. Whilst we were in opposition, we did X, Y, and Z. So although the party they say or the government they say Lunge Bridge not been part of the manifesto, but how comes Lunge Bridge come out during una governance? Why wanna bring, or is it that una just want fool the Lunge people Or is it that una just want the people and vote una because una be one for vote una 2023 election? And then make una bring out the Lunge Bridge. The party speech yesterday, una hear the Lunge Bridge deal. Only talk about say yes, it don't improve transportation sector. We SF get you yanda. So for me, I read or I listen to the response of the people and way they manage them ferry then they see a minor issue. But minor issue, you put the people's life at stake. Okay, let's say the ferry not been there near, we say for been go lap, it in middle the water now. Not been near for go lap. We say for go lap, we say no for what if we don't come up? Let us say for don't na that side for over 1 hour. What if we don't come?
Titanic Part 2.
I mean, it's very serious. So for me, Pakama say both don't hold, yes, of course they don't hold. I think again, if we say again, now one new one, waiting that will cost the citizens. We just get to get from here to Mashaka. How many people and they look at the road every day? Even take from Texaco Force for Gojue. A whole lot of protocol in the under. Last year we get flooding just after the TSA for approaching the Jue Bridge. Till the neighbor make that side from last year. Till the neighbor make it. People still pay that total road. And we get a long way to go. So for me, I think, although again, if we say we pass the road for go by Mashaka, go Kakambia and go Lunge, it will be maybe the cost of transportation will be very high. But I mean, it is time now government in themselves for take responsibility for build new boat or for buy for a new boat. Or if they buy again, they give private people and for the runner just how they do it and fine.
All right, it's a pleasure having you on board. He's Suleiman Jallo, a Parliamentary journalist, and Muhammad Kamara, editor of the Watch Humanity newspaper. I told you it's been a very interesting week. And now welcome you to the second segment of the show, and join Paulina Bendu Samba for We Health Update.
Hello and welcome to today's health tips. Special hello to join group wey get other woman dem. The way you dey feel inside also important like the way your body dey feel. But remember say the most important thing na that you for listen to your body and your doctor, and then you go able for do am.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Are you ready?
Village boy. Call me the upliner. Without there we no get village.
Me not that same boy picking.
Yeah, I'm tipsy and going hard. Forgive me, Lord, for doing this. I make me dreams before I sleep. Then dog here, then go give me peace. I quiz peace and spaghetti. They all know I can shape it. I set the pace and keep me still. They wonder about me. I give them tips.
Are you cow juju? I left give you God. Who start with a silence? Nigga, you na odd. And see you cows there. Cause me na God. You
They pass the axe like na jeans card. This rapper want for come and get for come and flush it quick. Niggas get for no say where I come. Get for trust it quick.
I'll be there yet for cosmetics. Kindness looks strange to you. Sammy Kingdom full of chimps. Boxing at his chest.
Do not read for this game in the axe like you jack. Look why he face black. Look why he was the all whack. If I only part.
oh Lord have mercy, really can't rap for that today. Now Rampage it team at the beg una beer.
They no bluff nobody out. Them na bush. Then go in circles. Say they 8 son like a bariga on the bout. If the list back, I'm team self not except for tap you all. In fact them always show me love. When they see me, they just they shout.
You don't tire for your boku talk with no substance or sweet talk with plenty lie inside. Then now, na the time for strip the headlines bare and tell the story just like it is. Brutally Frank goes where others won't, exposing the real stories behind the headlines.
We tackle issues of maximum importance to the growth of Sierra Leone, from politics to the economy, agriculture, education, health, and tourism.
By serving as your voice in asking the why, where, how, and when questions to the people them we responsible. This na Brutally Frank.
This is Brutally Frank. Showing every Sunday at 7 p.m.
on Slick TV, Channel 37, and streaming live on our Facebook page and official website.
Welcome back. Very soon, Sleep Busy go there with 3 for the entertainment updates. Well, I'll take you through flight schedule, starting with the Sea Coach boat service. There is a bright and early departure at 5 a.m. Aska Airlines flight KP023 will depart from Banjul, making stops in Freetown at 8:05 a.m., Accra, and finally arriving in Lomé at 8:45 a.m. Next stop at 8:30 a.m., Aska Airlines flight KP043 will take off from Freetown and head to Lomé, arriving at 9:10 a.m. In the afternoon at 1 p.m., Aska Airlines flight KP022 will depart from Lomé, make stop in Freetown at 4 p.m. and arrive in Banjul at 4:45 p.m. At 4:05 p.m., another Aska Airlines flight will leave Lomé and head to Accra and then to Freetown. Also in the afternoon at 4 p.m., Air Senegal flight HC213/4 is scheduled to leave Dakar, arriving in Banjul at 6:55 p.m. and Freetown at 7:50 p.m. For those traveling overnight, at 9:30 p.m., Turkish Airlines flight TK533/4 will depart from Istanbul with a stop in Ouagadougou before arriving in Freetown at 1:10 a.m. and continuing back to Istanbul at 2:10 a.m. That's all I have for you in a flight schedule. And I told you Slim Peasy will be here, and now he has joined us for the ENT update. Welcome, Slim Peasy.
Thanks for having me, Rabi. Of course, one newsway we not go out for left out. Now the most trending one right now on social media when about I would say half Sierra Leonean and half Liberian musician. Where we Sabina Salonia mostly by in stage name Alonzo Abasi. According to reports, allegedly they say they mean catch Alonzo and 3 other guys they must not see on the screen with drug. I would just put something like that. Say this drug, they mean they transport them from Sierra Leone so into Liberia, and of course the name for this drug Nametcathion. I think I get it right. The spelling it gets us to do me. But of course, then say according to reports again, this drug worth 8,448,000 USD. According to the report again, Alonzo and these 3 other guys them been get this, as soon as they see on the screen, we get a blue sort of like a car, Nissan car where them been they travel inside, and then the drug enforcement bodies in Liberia, I mean the officers them pull them now the checkpoint and do them routine search for see if they carry anything we not supposed for enter inside Liberia. And of course let me find this drug we are calling MG Snow inside the vehicle. Given that now then 4 people and they be in the vehicle, it's obvious then we'll get for take them into custody for find out if actually now them been put if now them be they move with them or what is not, and get for put 1 and 2 together. But as it is right now, I know for make we say Alonzo actually now him in the move with whatever substance, because I'm not sure he has been found guilty as right now. I don't know if Rabi gets a thing or two for say on this matter, because earlier on I be in other guests them now so they discuss this issue as well.
Maybe could you use the term allegedly?
Yes.
And the lawyer then go tell you say you're only guilty when you're found guilty.
Exactly.
Like that. I'm not a lawyer, however. But this is the thing, it's a gateway. Allegedly, again, people they feel like say these musicians where they don't go on the low, coming back, it's like they are going into drugs, forget the money back where they get. This is what we're getting now on social media. Even though there are all sides of the story and we haven't seen or heard anything from the management of Alonzo, because I mean you expected them for put out. Yeah. But again, another person where I feel like if I come out and say your own side of the story, because amongst these 4 gentlemen, and say one of them are the bodyguard of the therapist.
For Jacob the therapist.
Yes, so I think they need to put out something, because they get a brand already. These people in our face. They get a brand for protect, so they need to come out and tell us what we need to do. I mean, my guest mentioned something, say, something I lift the gear, not to a motor car. Yes. But again, what we don't see, because he's not the first person. There was a guy again, I can't recall the name. We're in there, we're in there into this entertainment, this award thing, and instead a name come up. But however, we still watch, because wait till they get against it. Some people are influenced, they do selective justice. Maybe foul play don't happen somewhere, and they don't point it, because if you think somebody left all the way from Salone, they go to Liberia, we get with all the security checkpoints
and one thing I want to say again, certain informations as they are there, I feel like say it's too new for less certain people and go into conclusion, begin to point figures or say certain things. I feel like for wait, it's still I would say a developing matter, because we know if from Alonzo inside or either of the 3 people for no waiting exactly happened.
But up boils down again. This is not for the name of Salone, because we the bad name or the pains we don't up now. Whatever a small thing where they happen, they get for generalize them all together. This is it goes way beyond them now. Even us as Sierra Leoneans. Somebody tell me to say when you're a Sierra Leonean now we travel. Imagine you don't come out if you go to another country. They say the way they go search you. Like now one kind criminal act you don't do, even though when you clean or you don't get anything of such. So they are painting us bad, however. But again, under some post where they see someone commented, say Alonzo don't finally get transport for go find Angel in London.
Anyways, we find the Angel later and say Slim Peasy there with peace of mind. But of course, we get them 3. Let's just call the name of them. We get Axifs Aweti, when 36 years old, Sierra Leonean. I think Danny Naina, the bouncer for Jacob the therapist, I'm sure. We get Samuel R. Gray, winner 26 years, Wednesday, Sierra Leone. No, and yes. And we get Alonzo Yaa, we on Facebook, we sabi him as Alonzo Abasi, na 35 years old, Sierra Leonean. And we get Matthew Shaman, we himself na 25 years old, na Liberian resident. They around the VOA community who side this thing take place. Pretty much, we still gather information on these matters. I would say it's still kind of like a developing matter. We don't forget all the information we want. But inside life, we defend and fauna. All right, let's take another story on the plate. This one, now something where I talked about them yesterday on the show. Pretty much, we lost, I would say, a brother because he's been around for the longest. In name na CEO Jaffa, na so people sabiam na ina been the CEO of SKM Investments. This brother died yesterday, and of course now this can be an axis they do most of in business, and a lot of people from that end they been know this brother, so then come out for actually come and pay them final respect to this brother for Liam to rest today. If you see on the screen, you see thousands of Sierra Leoneans from that end and from even the western area when a Fritongia so be moved for go pay them last respects to CEO Jaffa. It's very hard on the family. We see pictures of him Pekin, I'm sure in sister and few other relatives them. You see the, like you know say they are going through something. Somebody will be really active, you know, they enjoy, they're at the peak of in life, they're not social media, they put smile on people and face, all of the sudden he's no more. I want to say rest in peace. I don't know if Rabi gets a thing or two for say regarding this one as well.
Say the end of man is death. But I can always tell people, say, live your life as if people are watching you. I mean, I don't know much about him, but I only come on the page where I see where he don't die. But the stories that I'm getting, what I'm seeing so far, tells he was a very good man. But another side of the story, you wouldn't see bloggers, they've actually done the post, and the fact say the late man sent an audio to someone saying the person be threatening him or whatever. So thus it's time for the authorities them for come on board and properly investigate these allegations so he make before they die, so that justice could be actually served, because Papa don't go, friends don't go, a good man don't go. People are giving their testimonies. How will they help them? The good thing the way they do that, the entertainment sector all
as well made a post about it.
Yes, even Cardinal posted about him. So I mean, you see people and they cry. It tells you he lived a good life when he was a good person. So this, I can always say, watch how they live. You know,
yes, I think frankly, myself come across, it's sort of like an audio. It's all about some threats between family and the likes. But however, let's move to another story on the plate. Rest in peace, CEO Jaffa. Let's talk about Swadu. Tasha, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Swadu saying I know the Freetown's finest, and I for say I concur, I support. Where you see baby, you know, say inside life in tough. You know what I'm talking about? Baby tease we with something and he left man like hanging. A man and no glad about that. He talked to me about the Freetown Finest project. He will release the flyer for the tour, and some people then say they're not been see Tasha, he not show up. Man and get beef. Move away from that. He do the EP, he drop few songs, and they use Facebook today. I see he put this post. It's Freetown's Finest, and you see, I want to make them pause this one on the screen. For to tell you how man they're hungry about this Freetown Finest thing. There is a fan by the name of Ibrahim Zuzu. He said, if this album not drop this year, we know one time again. Lol. Tasha, it tells you that man the why he waiting this Freetown Finest body of work entails. Like waiting there inside there. Why you tease me and there you go. You know what I'm talking about? We want for see waiting and waiting there inside this body of work. Please, I want for help the fans them for big. So please, we want to be sure if this flyer where you put na your Facebook, if really na the album they come on, just give me more details, okay? You agree saying na the Freetown's Finest?
Everybody say, you see the Coke bottle waiting, I mean, they ask me that kind of question.
Anyways, let's move to another story on the plate. As we not get all the time now the world. Let's talk about another Sierra Leonean brother where they do very well by the name of comedian Selfie. Himself say make a talk but in trip to the States. You know what I'm talking about? comedian Selfie they come now America. So he put this flyer out for you in a show promoter within that part of the world. If you want for book am for your event, you know what I mean? You do am now within a salon, so on a plan on a date. I mean on a venue and the likes, on a talk price. So when it jets down na straight business, you know what I'm talking about? But it's a good thing altogether for see comedians then, because for the longest we've been to see different sectors in the entertainment industry. People like say they know they exist. Talking about the DJs, the comedians. Most people been they pay attention to the musicians them. It excites me for see the comedians themselves they make big moves now. You see DJs in the travel go to the States, come back. You know what I'm talking about? But yes, congratulations to comedian Selfie as they go na the States, and I wish say salon man them where they go come through for the border, come support them, come flop the venues them for get money, let put in pockets and come back to the motherland. That's all inside the plate for now today, inside the entertainment corner. I still remain slim to the pizza with the vibe. Till we link up again, Adriana move us so happy.
Merci beaucoup, Slim Peasy, and very soon Mohamed Bake Kamara will join us for the headline review. But let's just go through this quickly. When I vacancy notice for the position as principal and teacher at the Grace Academy Secondary School, Limba Bago. It's the application invited for suitable, qualified and trained personnel for fill in the position as principal and teacher at the Grace Academy Secondary School, Limba Bago. It's the qualification where they look for now applicants for get a degree in education or related studies, and also for teaching position applicants for get at least have a higher teacher certificate for secondary school. They say interested candidates then for submit the application letter to the proprietor of Grace Academy Secondary School in Babago, or for more inquiries you call on the number 076 058 316 076 058 316, or call on 080 865 700 or 080 865 700. Like I mentioned, Mohamed Bake will be here soon, but we'll just take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Man them. This na boys. Usai man and they put all thing at table from Pantap to good inside boys. We know they hide behind with shadow at all. We real and this them now all but we.
Every woman first, let me start that, always they look for a successful man. So likewise, majority of the men also they look for a successful woman.
We they can't talk about we hustle and we they fair money.
When you like somebody, you first of all get for take care of whatever you like. Make them a priority.
We relationship and waiting people they expect from we man them.
You know, women are more emotional than men. If you start them, where you enjoy them, you go to camp.
This not a side where we just they can't talk. This na brotherhood. Na side for let you see and feel waiting they really mean for we boy picky.
Sex is intimacy.
This na boys. So come na the bar, grab a chair, buy a drink, let we talk, chill and vibe. Cause this na boys who side where they shake the table.
And now Mohamed Bake Kamara is here to take us through the headline review. Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon, Rabiatu Mansari. So, how they go?
The go is going on well.
I mean, they observe the heavy rainfall in this, right? August, they really tell we say 9 days. So, like, I'm not skimming through the papers because, of course, time not in our favor right now. We get a lot of things the way we before say we don't see. Of course, the first one, he said President Bill from Global Times newspaper, to be precise, he said President Bill says we cannot depend on aid. And in relation to this statement here, mind you, this is now in quotation. In relation to this, Rabbi, we see from with publication we dictionary do when our colleague at the quotes from waiting in type say this is like the pine statement now. They say we cannot truly propose or prosper as a nation if we continue to rely on ships from foreign lands to bring us our daily bread. True independence means feeding ourselves and growing from our own soil. I mean, if you look at the wordings there, typically they tell we say, indeed, we as a country supposed to depend on truly and hold solely on we own, waiting we they go, waiting they plant. But the ironic aspects of that area then are that most of the things the way we the plants as a country, we need to see them like for say more or less they exist now and they go in extinction, you understand? Think about funde, think about other stuffs then. They're more or less there at the market. So some of them stuffs that you go find for no depend truly, yes, but things they before say they come out from foreign lands. Not true. But what are some of the mechanisms that we in place for the as a country, we support, we help, we feed ourselves as a country. The things them boku because the local farmers them they cry say yes, they don't get this, they don't get that, they don't get the tools, they don't get the materials them for let them invest in the local farming, you understand? So all of that one they cut across. You get boku things that we connected to this. So the president in gets your main aim, he gets your goodwill. Say yes, indeed, we not suppose as a country continuously rely on foreign support. This they tell you say more or less. They make the wordings them different. For let you say this na we own and let you say this na me own indifference. Something before say na you own to be kind enough with you. You see I'm like for say one, you get dignity over that one day. Yes, resilience in day, respect go day, values go day. You go protect them well, you go continuously promote them, you understand? But come to think of it, something before saying no, also you more or less by telling me because the other somebody or the other party, they comply with your own part, you know, to your own bargain, you understand? If they see I'm like for say at your own time, yes, at your own time, what you want for do, at the time you want for do them, and they do them. So this like a good call, like fine talk, but the question lies. Waiting at the mechanism then when before say we don't put in place. Of course, we don't say the field salon project in there, you understand? But how long, how far, waiting up, waiting next, waiting they gone. You understand? Sort of that, and they reflect more or less. And they reflect. Because then is there you get you one of your guests in a studio where they tell you about I must go buy one bag rice in a market, you understand? Jasmine and other stuff, sit there around 800 to 900. You see? Up to now they talk about then they can price and they perhaps staple food. As a country.
The words from the president altogether is not a bad one.
At all.
Because it's fine for him at the sky, so that you fall at the mountain. But about since 1961 till date, we still wait for the person Giwi before we bell food.
Exactly.
This amongst many other reasons why so many initiatives then come up over the years. And he was more or less referring to feeding we safe. And we they go school, they tell say salon get a very fine so we will accommodate anything we you want for even grow in this place.
Sure.
But today, I mean, I'm glad you asked the question about the mechanisms put in place. These projects are there, everything, they will tell you on one hand say things are in place, but up till now we haven't seen anything. Not until late we see even the Chinese government give the salon government rest.
Yes.
Even though the president will also tell you say the BFP for the very first 10 a salon buy rest to local farmers then. But this is the irony altogether. If these people are buying these things from us, why the ordinary Sierra Leone are not they ban from we say? Is it that we're not seeing it? Or with the same, it just gave to a certain set of people, or it may be it's way too expensive than we actually think.
So look, now take for Borgo for example. When the issues in Bokulo not just depend on this. Yeah, the issues in Borgo. Borgo, anybody who eats Borgo now, they can say this they struggle for survival or whatever stuff. But now anybody who eats Borgo now, of course, we're gonna then canteen. They say different thing restaurant. The Borgo the most expensive dish. Now any of the whether a hotel or whether a restaurant, well, so the thing Boku Nana area because if you look at this, the more support they go to the farmers, then it will make sure say even this Boku people who they sleep in the street, the market table, you know, it go less because if the person thinks say if I go to my villages, the opportunities there for like go do farming, let be productive. You understand it?
You know, to some extent, when you actually mentioned that, one mommy tell me one word one day say, it say all man don't come on a village,
exactly.
They play with phone.
Yes.
So I'm not sure these people go on for go plant rest.
No, Abby. in the onset, you understand? If the team don't begin prove fruitful, if you got be like what Sabi so, do I know you say like village back, you get 2 acres of land, or let me say 5 acres of land. We before say every week they count for you Pepe, they count for you this and that. To be frank, people they will go to see you secret admirer out there. They will say, well, I've been a presenter, but they do find me back as well. They will see the reality of the thing.
The sad parties are not get, but at least we see the president instead of getting farm. We see some ministers and some even like fish
majority, but they see the reflect, Gabi. Now the question that we not deny all that fact, but only see the reflect. But we have beaucoup papers then that we handle. The thing about anything a national thing. At all,
public concern.
Exactly. So we get to the papers then back where we see in important issues then this of course from the Freetown Daily newspaper we see outstanding APC flag bearer aspirants at the Macaulay stand stall. This amongst other stories then this newspaper we see at the Macaulay amongst Bokoda flag bearer APC flag bearer aspirants them. Now they see beaucoup campaign strategy them who that gets a slogan more or less for all man it's try for indirectly they put in campaign message out there. We say waiting if you say go do if and get the seats they ask the flag bearer that the political party. We don't see I remember a few months back we Usman Timo back as well when we go put out a own intention. In this time we see beaucoup things them newspaper they write and talk about that one day. So here is at the Macaulay on the screen as you see. Of course, the newspaper they see in stand tall instead back the only movements them. Of course, all in team members them, people that we believe in them, understand all they throwing their support in one way or the other. Beaucoup they of course we say we get beaucoup newspapers them and things they before they make rounds now the internet and as well nationally. This of course we don't see this back. We see 20 journalists off to China for research and training. This is more or less interesting. We see addressing the 6th parliamentary, President Bill outlines path for Sierra Leone's development. All of this is a national concern. Inside the president's speech, we see in discuss beaucoup other things then we before say related to national development. We see the program about 4 to 5 hours. They give speech, they talk to Sierra Leoneans them directly, indirectly. We see ministers them day on that day, yesterday. We see different authorities them they did in the midst way before say the first gentleman of the country where they give some of them developing words then they to the nation very much important.
In the words I can say I go read in Port's card yesterday
yes.
The things he has been doing. And amongst many other things them where he talk about now the equality and the percentage of allocation belonging to women altogether. And truth be told, the fact of the matter is the manner in which certain things for women and girls have been addressed and something will not be done they see all this while. I mean talking about the Girl Rights Act bill, all of these things put together. Outside there was a particular side we take a whole trend say even when we go primary of small picking and chicken and chips so you go for go eat then go arrest you. But again the whole thing again will be getting a little bit of controversy or when people still they ask the question is the same person where they preach say I want this to happen, notwithstanding the fact say it actually don't fit for women and picking in different levels altogether. But when it came to their own executive elections, there was little or no women representation there. So putting all of those things together, but like I say in my own words, still a good reading results, we're getting your own chanting of
Definitely.
the APC saying their own all together. And my guest mentioned that yesterday was more or less like a new year for Parliament. Beside the president, they go talk one of the 2 things that we don't do. Some things some of us will not understand, we not in sense. Some of the things some must still ask the question. What's this theater? How this thing happen? What's go on here? Because we not tend to see some of those things that we have mentioned yesterday.
So it's like you go put certain things there in clarity format. You go explain more or less some things then before say we will be see in terms of just short talks, just press releases and everything. We go explain and better one. Yes. So we get beaucoup people's them now we hand. We don't say the independent observer. We say Mr. President, can we talk? We see Dr. Eben Bangua, your campaign expands, and of course we don't defend other stuff them. But as I say, time not in favor who gets beaucoup people's them. Like this Dr. Eben, as you don't hear, we mentioned this himself back another APC flag bearer aspirants where he wants for gets that position there as the APC flag bearer back for letting face the elections 2028. Of course, Gebo Kwada want them win before say they aspire for that position there.
The list is getting longer and more people are coming on board. So is that what you have for us back here?
Rabbi, this is Mboku, but than the first way, all that one now gets, of course, terminating in my favor.
Right, it's a pleasure having you on board. And thus, we're going to draw the curtain down to the final edition of the Today Show for this week here, Friday. I mean, it's Friday. What would they go to school and say Friday?
Till Friday, not for dirty.
Well, I think, no, they say Friday and I forget I'm nice, yeah?
Exactly.
So it has been a long week with all of you. Now we don't take on a precious time for joining the Sleek family every day, staying glued to us for you virtual, authentic, and balanced stories all together. So we're saying goodbye, and I cannot go without thanking the production team, the camera operators, where they always ensure say we're here on screen to bring you the information, and to you will always stay with us. Have a beautiful and lovely weekend. I am Rabiatu Mansare.
Mohamed Bakekama, this is Tata.